our next match sees Austria, who were runners-up a couple of years ago, of course, up against Denmark in their opening group game. Denmark, who are ever present at the World Cup. Well, Austria have the same pairing that they had that couple of years ago when they did make it all the way to the final in Mensur Suljović and Roby Rodriguez, and they take on Vladimir Andersen of Denmark and his partner of Benjamin Reus, who is here making his debut. Right then, to guide you through our 9th match of this evening's session, I'll hand you over to Wayne Mardle and Stuart Pike.
Oh, we're just wondering whether Kurt Bevins, our referee, should be ordering that one of the teams wears their away strip. They're both playing in their predominantly red shirts with white sashes down the side. And for Austria, Suljović, yeah, 4 players only. Every World Cup, 13 of them. Whitlock, O'Connor and Dolan, the other 3. And Mensur came very, very close to achieving his dream, didn't he? A couple of years ago, runner-up with Roby John. But this is a tough group with Denmark and the USA, who many people think could possibly do a job in this group with Van Dongen and Leonard Gates. We shall see. Important opening match. The Danes against the Austrians.
Yeah, Mensur and Roby John. Well, 2 years ago, but since then, I just feel that Mensur is not quite that consistent anymore. He can still do it, don't get me wrong, but his consistency now is probably the issue. Whereas Roby John, he's gone from being kind of a support act to the main act, and he's just lacking at the moment now as well. So maybe there'd be an opportunity for Andersen and Reus here.
As is always in the World Cup, some stories on the opening night. There'll be stories throughout the weekend. The French doing a real number on Northern Ireland, winning 4-1 earlier. And we saw the drama, if you like, of the bickering Belgians.
Yeah.
Kim Huybrechts and Dimitri van den Berg beat Finland 4-0, but they're not talking at the moment. They're not getting on. In the media conference after, not much said about it. They said it was a personal matter. Both acknowledged that that's the case, that they're not really on speaking terms at the moment, but determined to do the best for their country. But there's always a story, a tale or two, isn't there, at the World Cup?
Yeah, the way Dimitri played, he was incredible. Here is RJR, Roby John Rodriguez. Just not firing on all cylinders in recent months. Again, the consistency of his game has been called into question, as Reus has shown on his debut that he can play. Sheesh. I literally live near him. I'm in a different country.
We'll talk a little bit about Roby John as the game develops. I know you've been helping him down the years, but you feel he's possibly underachieved regarding with the talent that he has. So we'll develop that as we go on. Chat a bit about Roby John as he looks at 32 and now 16 for the opening leg.
27.
It's like all the players on the PDC Pro Tour, when they're on, they're brilliant. Throws a good dart, doesn't he, Reus? Cool, calm, composed. What a start for him. Just taking it all in his stride.
Vladimir Andersen, a real character as well. Been around a while, hasn't he? 34 now, old Vlad. Loves his darts. We've seen both of these players in the World Series in Copenhagen. Vladimir has a tour card. Doesn't make the best use of it, you have to say.
Yeah, I was saying at the start of the show this evening, Stu, that even these, call them inexperienced players, have got vast experience, but okay, maybe not on the World Cup stage, but elsewhere. So these are not just newbies that are being thrown in, they are to this cauldron. But it's all relative, this experience, and you look at the likes of Thibaut Tricot and Jacques Labre. First time they've appeared as a pair in the World Cup, and they did little wrong. They played well in beating the Northern Irish duo.
Okay, Roby John, we know that he's had, there are more important things in life than darts, and he's had his issues at home with his little girl, who thankfully is okay now, but you always feel that he's one of those players who promised so much and hasn't quite reached the level that many expected him to.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of players like that, of course, because darts is so difficult. The spell he had last summer, or just before last summer, he played in the match play, and he looked $1 million for a lot of his game. And he was showboating, he was stopping, hitting 60-60 and then turning around. He did it here last year, of course. So when he's got that confidence, he can match anyone. But it's like anything, it kind of, that confidence and that game comes and goes. It's what you do in between that's what makes the true world-class players.
We'll just see Austria here looking to level the game after losing the opening leg against the dart. I'm just interested to know specifically what work you did with him and what you did to improve, or try to improve his game. Let's just see if Mensur can make it one apiece. There goes 1-all, and Roby John thumbs up.
Yeah, coaching it's an ongoing process from day one to the day you stop playing. You've got to keep throwing the same. But with Roby John, it's eliminating movement, and because he moves a lot on the hockey when he throws, and sometimes because of that it has to be in unison, and when you get so many moving parts that need to be in tandem, it can be impossible to throw one dart the same as the next. So basically it was eliminating those movements, keeping him as still as he can, or as still as he could throw, but with rhythm. Rhythm is absolutely key for any player. With Roby John, he went from being kind of stop-start in a staccato manner to throwing too soft. Now when he follows through, like that second dart, like that third dart, that's when he's at his best. Sometimes so much movement in his body that transfers all the way down to his stance. It's not good for him. But Reus has shown again here that he does it his way. He can throw.
24-year-old is a student, but here on merit from the Nordic and Baltic tour. I've missed those Mensur looks.
Oh. Yeah, the lunges from Mensur. This, standard-wise, is better, really, than anything we've seen so far.
40.
Austria averaging 101 currently. Mensur just playing with his chalk, just to give him a little bit of grip on the dart.
69.
I presume, though, that Mensur is totally uncoachable.
Look, everyone would like to throw the way that Reus is right now. See, 2 180s in this leg. He looks $1 million. He is putting all the pressure on Mensur and this 6-6. Oh, that's a good dart from the amiable Austrian. He's been around some decades now, Mensur. He was a menace in the late 90s. Look at Roby.
A lovely shot of a lovely shot. And it means a lot, doesn't it? Representing their countries. But yeah,
60.
Reus has been outstanding, hasn't he?
Yep. Absolutely. In pairs as well, where rhythm is always a problem. And if you can find your groove in this discipline, you're laughing. Then again, this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. Is that 3 on the bounce?
It is. His last 3 visits have been 180.
Here he goes,
Come on,
Roby.
Roby, go on. Good lad. Loving it.
Come Mensur. What a sport, eh? What a game. How big is that treble 20? They literally can't miss. Oh, come on.
100.
Great tally.
It's fantastic.
Great dance.
The quality in this game. Watching his work here, Mensur. He will switch to 18s or bullseye.
405.
Good board management. He'll bust this if he carries on. Oh, come on now. Oh, this is incredible.
136.
That was nearly 3 180s on the bounce and a 161.
This is his World Cup debut as well.
Yeah, well, he's clearly struggling from nerves. You wait till he calms down.
43. Denmark, you require 25.
They're all looking likely, aren't they? Let's be honest. It's a tough game to call. It's a good marker. Great marker.
9.
Low. Well, Mensur
114.
missed 116 in the first leg, didn't he? Threw a wild dart at tops. What's going to happen here? If he hits the 54, he's going to leave that tops again.
86. Denmark, you require 16.
Reus.
Oh, the deadly Dane does it.
Denmark.
He is playing clearly some of the best darts of his life,
Well,
because he's not missing.
He is. In Copenhagen at the Nordic Masters, a lot of talk about how good Reus could be. On the occasions he's played there, hasn't really proved it, but this is outstanding.
This is, yeah. If you watch Andersen, he just has this slight lean to the left as he throws. He does it every time. You've got to be careful. You start letting go late when you do that, you can easily go over to the 5. I should know. I have form.
60.
His grip must just feel $1 million. Even hitting a single 5 first dart was not going to put him off. There's a lot to like here.
Both averaging 95.
Yeah, hell of a game.
In pairs is
100.
top darts.
The 140s from Austria, 5. The 180s from Denmark, 4. Kind of cancelling out each other, which gives us a close
41.
game. That's the worst dart that Andersen has thrown.
57.
It's great when the game's impossible to call. He's in again.
80.
Well, it was a bad choice anyway. Should have been going 25 or ball, or if not, even 19s to stay there. Folly. Mensur does not like that 60, does he? That is just ridiculous.
405.
Was it a 25 to leave 99, which meant he couldn't leave a one darter, whereas he could have if he had gone the right way. Come on, Mensur.
Real struggle this for Andersen.
81. Austria require 80.
But he's given his teammate a chance.
Careful of the ball. Bullseye.
55.
Well,
You require
been
74.
the outstanding player so far. This to go ahead. Wow, what brilliant dart from Benjamin Reus.
Declaring it's Denmark to throw first.
Acknowledged by his teammate, but the Danes here are throwing for the match.
Game on.
And another upset on the opening night. What a performance from young Reus.
Andersen knows, his partner knows that Reus is doing the job here. This has been some performance. Of course, you can't win if you haven't got a partner that's backing you up to a point.
The beauty of pairs.
Yep. Mensur, love that 60. Will he find another 60?
140.
Yeah, carved one in there.
Is it all going to go wrong?
85.
Poured the last dart. The Danes with the dart, throwing for the win.
$56.
Not enough from Roby John. One of those occasions you feel that because his partner is playing so well,
Yeah.
that Vladimir Andersen is just trying too hard. But that last dart, one treble per visit may yet be enough. The Mensur is a veteran of these positions.
Yeah, it's in the balance, it really is. There's a 140 or 180 would obviously put Denmark in a great spot here, but that isn't enough. If Roby John can set this up with a... Wow, that was so late. Could set this up and leave a two-darter maybe.
85.
Which obviously after that second dart he could not. Really is at that point of the game where you just feel that a moment of brilliance maybe is going to pinch it.
That was unlucky.
Wow.
That actually hit the flight.
80. Austria require 120.
To stay in it.
Will he get... I think he gets it, Stu. I feel like I've seen it bit...
You're getting cocky now.
Look, because,
after Brendan Dolan's
on 50%.
double
Come on now.
yeah, earlier on.
I was surprised Mensur went wayward, I have to say. He's normally very, very good at keeping straight and good enough. And talking of good enough, how good is this? Reus was the standout in that game. He was amazing. Andersen, his partner, kind of congratulating him and saying thank you, pal. But Austria, the favourites for the... Reus can't believe what he's just done there. He looks absolutely bewildered with how well he's just played. Believe it, young man, that was the debut from absolute heaven. The favourites for that game, Austria, have been outplayed by Reus and Andersen of Denmark, who beat Austria by 4 legs to 2. That was magnificent. That was a great game. And that was the best debut you may see this week.
Uncontrollable power, nothing's getting away.